Okay, on 30 through 33, we're looking at inverses. Inverses are where you switch the x variable with the y variable. The idea is that you're undoing all of the inputs in the previous equation. So instead of having a plus 4, we would have a minus 4. Instead of having a times 2, we would have a divide by 2, etc. So on a problem like this, the easy algebraic way to get the answer is to switch the x and the y variable and then solve for y. So you're undoing everything as you move it over. So I'm going to subtract 4 to the other side. Going to divide by 2. Then I'm going to square to get rid of the square root. And then I'm going to add 5. And now y is by itself. Now it was g of x, so in inverse we use a little exponent of -1 to show that it's an inverse. So we'll say the inverse of g of x equals that. Okay, 31, g of x equals x minus 2 to the third power. Now again, if we're going to undo this, then we switch the x with the y. Now we can't get inside this parenthesis until we get rid of the cube, so we have to take a cubed root. So to get rid of the the third power, you have to take a cubed root of both sides. That'll make the third power go away, and then we add 2. And again, it's g of x, so we would say that the inverse g of x is the cubed root of x plus 2. Okay, 32, 4x squared minus 4, so switch the x variable with the y variable, add 4, divide by 4, and then to get rid of the squared, we take a square root. Anytime you take a square root, you have a positive and a negative part. So the inverse of g will be plus or minus square root of x plus 4 plus 4. And last one, 33. That would be the fifth root of x plus 3 over 2. And you're not solving anything, you're just finding the inverse. So the inverse again would be switching x and y. Now everything over here is blocked by that fifth root, so to get rid of a fifth root you have to raise things to the fifth power. So x to the fifth is equal to y plus 3 over 2. Again, you can't do anything with the plus 3 until you get rid of the divided by 2 over all of it, so I'm going to multiply everything by 2. Then I can subtract 3, and that would be my inverse. So the inverse of h of x is 2x to the fifth minus 3.